guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you my to-be-read pile for December and January. So, you guys, before I do head into my next TBR, let's talk about the previous 2 months of reading, which has actually been quite more than that, because I have been reading the Poldark series by Winston Graham. Yeah, I think my last 2 TBRs, essentially, which has been, what, 4 months? 4 months worth of reading? My previous TBRs, I have been strictly reading the Poldark books, and whew, that went very well, you guys. I was kind of a little worried that the reading would take me longer than what I was anticipating, but I managed to squeeze it out kind of in perfect time, I think, which I'm very glad about. So yeah. The thing is, though, I am seriously very excited for this next 2 months of reading, because if you're a reader like me, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. Whenever you sit, if you sit and binge through a book series, especially a book series that is as long as Poldark, because that was 12 books to get through. Whenever you binge through a series like that, then you get done with it, and it's kind of like, oh my god, it's like you're excited that you accomplished it, and you're relieved that you accomplished it, but then it's kind of like, well, I'm definitely ready to move on to some other books, you know, and that's definitely where I'm at right now. I loved reading the Poldark books. I can't wait to get my review up for you guys, because I absolutely love the books. But yeah, as I was approaching, you know, those last couple books, I was getting excited and more anxious, like, okay, I want to finish this series, I want to accomplish it, because I have so many other books to read, and it's like, I want to get to all of those. So yeah, this particular TBR, after spending like 4 months reading the Poldark books, this particular TBR I'm just really thrilled about, and I'm very, very excited. So let's get going with what I plan on reading for the next 2 months. And first up, this is like something I am super excited about, and I've heard nothing but good reviews about this, and everybody just seems to love this, and it's like on everybody's TBR this year. This is Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. Let's explain what it's about. After receiving a frantic letter from her newlywed cousin, Naomi heads to High Place, a distant house in the Mexican countryside, unsure of what she will find. Naomi is an unlikely rescuer. She's a glamorous debutante, more suited to cocktail parties than amateur sleuthing, but she's also tough, smart, and not afraid. Not of her cousin's new English husband, a stranger who's both missing and alluring. Not of his father, the ancient patriarch who seems fascinated by Naomi, and not even of the house itself, which begins to invade Naomi's dreams with visions of blood and doom. Naomi's only ally in this inhospitable place is the family's youngest son, but he too may be hiding something dark. There are many secrets behind the walls of High Place, as Naomi discovers when she begins to unearth stories of violence and madness. I can't wait. You guys, seriously, this is just, everybody's been raving and talking about this. Plus, hasn't this been like set up like there's going to be a TV series or a movie or something sometime in the near future? So yeah, I definitely got to read this before that happens. Next up, another book that a lot of people have been raving about and have been excited for, and this is the next book by Susanna Clark, Piranesi? Is it pronounced Piranesi? For the longest time, I had been pronouncing it Piranesi, but then I think when I got on a pronunciation guide, it sounded like they were saying Piranesi, and I'm still not quite sure if that's correct or not. And yeah, this is the long-anticipated novel from Susanna Clark, because her last novel was Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, and she published that like a pretty long time ago. I think it's been over a decade since that book was published, so people have been anticipating another book from her. Yeah, this, to my knowledge, this has nothing to do with Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. It's not even set in that world or anything. This is just a completely new fantasy from her. Oh god, you guys, the inside of this book, oh my goodness, that's so cute. So yeah, let's see. Piranesi's house is no ordinary building. Its rooms are infinite, its corridors endless. Its walls are lined with thousands upon thousands of statues, each one different from all the others. Within the labyrinth of halls, an ocean is imprisoned. Waves thunder up staircases. Rooms are flooded in an instant. But Piranesi is not afraid. He understands the tides as he understands the pattern of the labyrinth itself. He lives to explore the house. There is one other person in the house, a man called the Other, who visits Piranesi twice a week and asks for help with research into a great and secret knowledge. But as Piranesi explores evidence emerges of another person, and a terrible truth begins to unravel, revealing a world beyond the one Piranesi has always known. Oh my god. This is like the most vaguest of plot summaries. I still have no idea really, truly what the hell this book is even about, but it sounds great. Next up, I plan on getting around to this book. This is a book that I have owned for like the longest time, so I figured it's time for me to get around to this. This is Sins of the House of Borgia by Sarah Bauer. Violante isn't supposed to be here, in one of the grandest courts of Renaissance Italy. She isn't supposed to be a lady-in-waiting to the beautiful Lucrezia Borgia, but the same secretive politics that pushed Lucrezia's father to the Vatican have landed Violante deep in a lavish landscape of passion and ambition. Violante, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, you guys. Violante discovers a Lucrezia unknown to those who see only a scheming harlot, and all the whispers about her brother Cesare Borgia never reveal the soul of the man who dances close to Violante. But those who enter the House of Borgia are never quite the same when they leave, if they leave at all. Violante's place in history will test her heart and leave her the guardian of dangerous secrets she must carry to the grave. And I do love all things Borgias. You guys, the Borgias were a Italian Renaissance family, one of which of the family was a pope at the time, and yeah, all of his children were kind of rather scandalous and notorious and did some pretty crazy wild things back in the day. But yeah, I love the Borgias. They are epic. They are an epic family, you guys. So yeah, I can't wait to get to this. Next up, I have a couple Disney themed books that I want to start kind of getting into throughout the year of 2021. So yeah, I want to start getting into this series right here. This is I think it's called the Villains series, and yeah, every book in this series is focused on a particular Disney villain. So you have, like on this one for instance, this is the evil queen from Snow White, so she's on the cover. And then the great thing about this series, when you open up the flap, when you open up on the outside of the cover, because these are hardback, on the outside is like kind of another version of them. So yeah, you have the very attractive evil queen here, and then like her evil witch look here. So yeah, I love that detail with these books. If you pick up these books, all of them have that detail. It's really cool. So yeah, this one is focused on the evil queen. It's a retelling of Snow White. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and read the plot summary. I don't think there's really much to kind of go into. I think it's just going to be from her point of view what's going on when she's trying to capture and hunt down Snow White, essentially. And then another series I want to continue with is this series. This is the Twisted Tales series. I have previously already read one book from this series. I read it quite a long time ago, and that was A Whole New World, which was like a twisted version of the story of Aladdin, the Disney version of Aladdin. So yeah, this is Once Upon a Dream by Liz Braswell, and this is focusing on the story of Sleeping Beauty. And all of these books in this Twisted Tales series, they always ask like a question, you know, what if this? What if that? That's the point. Twisted Tales. It's twisting some little bit of the narrative that you're familiar with the original cartoon. So yeah, this one in particular is asking, what if the Sleeping Beauty never woke up? So yeah, that poses some interesting questions there. Because like the Aladdin one, for instance, when I read that one was, what if Aladdin had never got the lamp and Jafar was in possession of it? So yeah, what if Sleeping Beauty never wakes up? what's gonna happen, you guys. And you guys, I am very excited to do my TBR jar. I've not done this in a very long time. I think I have just enough room to do 2 more books, so I'm going to pick out 2 books from my TBR jar here. So, book number 1. Good lord, I'm trying to dig deep in there, but at the same time not let everything fall out of here. Okay, what did I pick, you guys? Ooh, okay, a good one. This is something that I've had for a little while too that I need to get around to. First book I picked here is The Daring Ladies of Lowell. This is historical fiction by Kate Alcott. Eager to escape life on her family's farm, Alice Barrow moves to Lowell in 1832 and throws herself into the hard work demanded of the mill girls. In spite of the long hours, she discovers a vibrant new life and a true friend, a saucy, strong-willed girl named Lovey Cornell. But conditions at the factory become increasingly dangerous, and Alice finds the courage to represent the workers and their grievances. Although the mill owner plays no heed, Alice captures the attention of his eldest son. Their mutual attraction is intense, tempting Alice to dream of a different future for herself. This dream is shattered when Lovey is discovered strangled to death. Oh my god, that's a spoiler. Why would they put a spoiler like that here in the plot summary, you guys? A sensational trial follows, bringing all the unrest that's brewing to the surface. Alice finds herself torn between her commitment to the girls at the factory and her blossoming relationship. Based on the actual murder of a mill girl and the subsequent trial in 1833, The Daring Ladies of Lowell brilliantly captures a transitional moment in American history. Ooh. Okay, I guess that wouldn't be a spoiler, because I was sitting there thinking, oh my god, why would you tell me that about that girl being murdered? But if it's based on a true story, I guess it's not real. Yeah, it's not a spoiler, I suppose. But yeah, this sounds awesome, you guys. This kind of has a lot of different things that I'm intrigued with. So yeah, I definitely can't wait to get to this. I'm definitely excited I just pulled it out of my jar, because I've been wanting to get around to this for the longest time. And then book number 2. Oh my god, let me kind of... I gotta brace it, you guys. I gotta brace it, or else it's just all gonna come flying out. Oh lord. Okay. Do I got one? I got one. Oh lord, don't fall out. Don't fall out everywhere on the floor. Okay, what did I pick, you guys? Okay. The second book that I just pulled out is The Royal Governess by Wendy Holden. This is a 2020 book, just released this year. And yeah, this is just about the governess who took care of the princesses, the then princesses, Elizabeth and Margaret. Elizabeth, who would become the future Queen Elizabeth II, and the very popular Margaret. I can't wait for this, you guys. I am very, very excited about this, especially with, you know, a young Elizabeth and Margaret. See what their girlhood was like. And yeah, I'm guessing the majority of the perspective is going to be through their governess. Marion Crawford, it says here. So yeah, this sounds right in my alley. I'm going to love it for sure, you guys. Oh, and you guys, something that I forgot to add, I just remembered it here as I was about to kind of close out this video. Something else that I want to do in this upcoming year of 2021, I want to start rereading books. I'm not going to really sit and explain in too much depth kind of my reasoning for wanting to reread a lot of stuff, because I'm actually going to be doing a video sometime in December. By the end of December, I'm going to do a video talking about some books that I do plan on rereading throughout the year and why I want to sit and reread. So yeah. First up, a book that I want to reread in January. I want to start with Memoirs of a Geisha by Arthur Golden. I consider Memoirs of a Geisha like within my top 5 favorite novels of all time. So yeah, if you don't know what Memoirs of a Geisha is about, it takes place in Japan, following a young woman from the time she's a child, how she gets essentially kind of sold into a geisha house, and then kind of her time through World War II, and kind of this love story she has with this other man, and yeah, just her life as a geisha and what that means, and the traditional roles it plays, and what it plays. You know, it's kind of like a very feminist book in some ways, you know. Because yeah, these are women who they're not being treated like prostitutes, but they can accompany wealthy men. They can dine with wealthy men. They're like just toys. They're decoration. They're like trophies to wealthy men, and they just escort men essentially. So yeah, I love this book. One of my top favorites. So yeah, I definitely plan on rereading this. Like I said, sometime in December, stay tuned. I'm going to have a video explaining my year of rereading as a whole and why I'm doing it. So yeah, first up will be Memoirs of a Geisha, which I'm very excited about. So you guys, that is it for my TBR. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm just really excited, especially after 4 months of reading Poldark. As much as I loved Poldark, I'm just really excited to get into some other books that I've been dying to get to. So yeah, in the comments below, have you guys read any of these particular books? Or do you plan on reading any of them in the future? Just let me know. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.